do I start? Is there anybody out there thinking that? Like, man, I've tried this a million times. I've started and I've stopped. And I'm a habitual quitter. And now I just don't know what to do, man. I just don't know what to do. I tried, you know? I tried. Let me clear some shit up. You didn't try it right. You're not trying the right way. What I had to realize when I first really fucking got my shit together was that I wasn't at a starting point. I was at a stopping point. And a lot of you are probably at a stopping point as well. I want to be really clear about what that looks like. You've dug a fucking hole. You're not at a starting point. Motherfucker, you're underground. And you're sitting in a pile full of rubble and dirt. And that's what's making your life feel so fucking hard. You're barely looking out of that hole. You barely even see, right? But if you're in a hole, and I said, man, you really need to get out of there. You should probably start digging. What would you say? You don't get out of a fucking hole by digging. You'll get deeper, right? So a lot of you do that. You go, I don't like how my life is now. You don't analyze anything properly. You don't slow down. You don't do any honesty. You just go, I need to fix some shit. You hear the next little tidbit of wisdom and you just start on this journey. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Most of you are at a stopping point. You know what the dirt in that hole represents? You know what the hole represents? All the bullshit that you've added into your life that you don't fucking need. And you need to swipe all that shit away if you want to do any of the stuff I'm talking about. And honestly, even at my point, even at my level, I've been going on this for 5 years now. I still, when I want to do something new, I want to add something else into my life that I want now, something I've fixed my eyes on and I go, I want that. I have got to fucking subtract something that is taking up time and energy in order for me to use that time and energy and get the thing that I want instead of the thing that I don't. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's scrolling Instagram, I try not to do social media at all. I don't get locked up in gossip conversations at my job anymore. I'm trying to minimize any bit, but you're probably at a stopping point. You've added a bunch of bullshit in. That was me. I had gone so long of neglecting my emotional resilience, not understanding my emotional health or mental health, adding a fuck ton of alcohol on top to mask all of it. So now I had ended up with a terrible fucking addiction that was getting in the way of everything. And every time I went to start, I knew that was what I needed to stop first, but I would try and jump over the stopping point because bad habits are hard to quit. And I'll go, maybe it's exercise. I'll just jump in on exercise. Maybe that'll cure the alcoholism. It's never going to work that way. You got to fucking get rid of the bullshit first. If you eat like shit and you fucking stay up late and you drink alcohol regularly and you binge watch things and, you know, all that shit is connected, yes, but also you got to start taking some of those away before you can just start adding in. Think about it. It wouldn't even make sense to start adding. Your days are full now. They're not full with anything good, no, but you still live from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed. So you're filling that time with something, even if it's just fucking lethargy and nonsense. You're filling it, right? So in order to replace good habits into where you had the bad habits, you have to get rid of the fucking bad habits first. If you drink all the time, you gotta tackle the vices first. You gotta tackle consumption-based vices first. Start with restraint towards your diet. Like, I'm not gonna eat like shit. I'm not gonna eat those things. They don't make me feel good. I'm gonna stop drinking this year. Don't make me feel good, man. It makes me all fucked up. And every time I do it, I have some regrets. Say something mean, off-color to my chick or my kid or my family or my friends or whatever it is. Make that decision that you're gonna start this journey, and that the start of this journey is a fucking pause button and a stopping point. You're not at a starting point yet. You're a fucking beginner. And that hurts to hear at first. That'll deflate a lot of you motherfuckers' egos out there. But I need you to be humble, and I need you to have accountability, or else none of this shit's gonna fucking work anyways. So you're at a stopping point. Let's start subtracting some of that shit out of there. Now, what does the starting point look like? Once you start stopping those things and you got a grip on those, Again, then you start doing what I call additive replacement. You're going to sink positive habits in to supplement where you used to have a negative habit. If you don't do that quick enough, you will get a void, a hole. Regardless of them being a bad habit. When I was drinking all the time, right? That was filling a lot of my fucking day. So a lot of my day was filled with that distraction. So that means 5 months after, you start hitting this pocket where you have a bunch of time, free time, boredom even, which might lead back into vices. So what you really want to do is start slowly adding those things in the capacity that you can handle them, to make sure that now you've filled in that time so you don't turn into the fucking devil's plaything. Idle hands are the devil's plaything. I don't know if anyone remembers that. That's an old school quote. So you're at a stopping point when you're a fucking beginner. So what we would do is nix all that stuff out now. Start making the decision to do that. And I know there's other things, that's not as glamorous. It's not as sexy as going, I'm going to get fucking jacked this year. I'm going to quit drinking. I'm going to quit eating all this bullshit. I'm going to quit sleeping in. Right? How do you supplement the habit of sleeping in? With a good habit. The bad habit of sleeping in. Well, the good habit is early wake up. So you're going to fucking work on an early wake up time. You're going to feel miserable at first, and then you're going to get used to it. Early wake up time coincides really good with starting an intention process instead of just waking up and being lost in fucking thought. So I would say let's start with intention process and an early wake up time that's hard as hell. And then I would say the very next thing, once you got your bearings and you're feeling decent physically, to start that real slow roll on exercise. Don't go full tilt and go 6 days a week to the fucking gym the first week and go, I'm going to get fucking jacked this year. You guys get sore as hell and you guys quit all the time. Habit building requires you to be realistic, and it requires you to slowly start to fucking build it outwards every week. Don't look like you're a fucking beginner at the end, and it doesn't look like you're a winner when you're a beginner. Does that make sense? When you're a beginner, you're new. It's like fucking walking, man. You're relearning some shit. Stop acting like you fucking speak French fluently and you're about to travel to Paris and open up a fucking bakery that does the best croissant. You're not at that level. You're at the level of just fixing yourself, healing. Stopping point. Right? Now I want to be realistic about some stuff too. You are never going to be done. So you need to wrap your head around that this is an infinite game. Infinite game. Then, being that it's an infinite game, and you make that commitment that you're going to play forever, now you need to start talking about where the fuck you're even going. What does the game look like for you? So most of you that have tried starting a starting point when you were at a stopping point, you started and failed, and started and failed, and started and failed. And you've done that so many fucking times that what's happened is you're demoralized, your confidence is fucking ultra low because you're going, it doesn't work for me. I made the commitment like he said, and it just doesn't work. I fucking quit every time. It's half commitment, but it's also you're not doing it the right way. That's why you need to listen to a motherfucker like me, because I already pulled it off. Just listen. You don't have a direction. So you're running on a fucking treadmill. You're running on a treadmill. You don't even know where you're going. You gotta have a course to run before you just get out there and start fucking getting tired. If not, you're gonna go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. It's gonna take you fucking 4.5 miles to run a line that's probably a mile long. So the next steps look like creating a real vision construction, an honest vision construction, and an honest purpose generation, right? Vision construction. Where in the fuck do I want to go? What do I want my life to look like? What do I want my physique to look like? What do I want the chick that I want to attract to look like? How do I want my kids to see me? How do I want my people in my workplace to see me? How much money do I want to pull in a year? What kind of car do I want to drive? Real honest, fucking exhaustive look at where you want to go, where you want to end up, what results you actually are going for. You know, we always say effort-driven, not results-driven, but you need to have the results in mind because that's your aiming point. They shouldn't be the goal. The goal should be to get there, and then all the results should be the symptom of the work that you put in to get there. And I hope that makes sense, right? Results driven. Where's the effort part come in? That's where purpose generation comes in. Not just the shit that you want, how you want your life to look like, not all that fucking external shit, external world type stuff, sensory world stuff. You got to think spiritual world. What do I want to contribute to humanity? Mine started with my kid. I was like, dude, my life is fucking done. This bullshit is over. I'm about to have a child, and he's going to need me. He's going to need me to teach him everything that I can get my hands on. He's also going to need me to teach him every piece of coping skills, emotional resilience, mental toughness, fucking positive habit building. He's going to need all that from a positive role model that he likes that's not full of shit. So I was like, I'll never falter from this shit ever again. I'll never let my kid down. I want him to look at me like a motherfucking Flash. And if he doesn't, I will have failed in my duty. And I won't be an honorable fucking man. So I made my purpose generation linked into the thing that means more to me than my fucking own breath. Right? So now I have a firepower under the effort system that is leading me to the result on the map and on the plan and path that I have set forth, right? That's why you've stopped so many times. You're a fucking ship without a rudder. That's John Lee Dumas, who wrote the 100-Day Goal Journal. Most of you guys are a ship without a rudder. You don't have a fucking navigation system, but you're out there trying to go, and you're wondering why you get so fucking tired, because you're swimming circles in a pond like you got a one fucking arm. Instead of just going to the other side and knowing exactly where you want to end up, over there on that beach, the boathouse, right? So I want that to be clear. If you're at a stopping point, don't think you're at a fucking starting point. Because if you're not realistic about where you are, you're going to fail, even if you do want the fucking thing. Then you're going to do that 4 more times, and you go, oh, this ain't for me. Maybe the dude that's saying that shit is special, and I just don't know how to do it, so maybe it's over my head. It doesn't work for me. And that's not what I fucking want for anybody out there. So, if you're at a stopping point, honestly, wherever the fuck you are, if you want to hit me up, send me a message. I'll put all my shit on the next videos coming up. My cell phone number's all over the internet. I don't care about privacy. I want to help people so bad. I don't charge anything right now. And a lot of you people that are like, well, he's never going to make any money giving away shit for free. I'm just giving away value for now. I'm cultivating 3 businesses currently that I'm working on tirelessly for the financial part. I just want to start downloading some of the mindset stuff on you guys so you can get started. I would love to wait until I had a Maserati to show you in some cool fucking video that I could put on YouTube. That shit's all coming for me. But right now, what I'm doing is becoming a fucking good man. And I don't give a fuck about the results. I actually like where I'm at now. Might sound crazy to fucking real high performers, but my place is in the sexiest neighborhood in Denver. It's half a mile from the restaurant that I run. I love my staff. They all fucking look up to me. I learn from them. I grow together. The people that I run this business with are fucking savage warriors that are amazing and make me be better. My kid is fantastic. He's sharp and learning like crazy, and so I couldn't be more happy, honestly. But I do want everyone to understand that this is a long game, and I want you guys to get started on all that beginning shit, so that by the time I start having a real following and a platform where I can do more things with the money I'm gonna bring in, which is all going to go back straight out into the world to contribute more value, I want some of you to be ready, because signing up for coaching with somebody that's real is not a fucking joke. It's not a fucking game. You're going to have to be ready to do this shit, and sometimes you're going to wake up and you're going to want to talk yourself out of it so bad, and I'm going to need y'all to be hard enough to fucking stick with the shit that I give you. So let's start with the stopping point. Start getting rid of all that bullshit and some fucking help, hit me up. If you want a little bit more guided blueprint type stuff on like, well, what should I do? How do I do it? What about when these things happen? Any questions? I got your back. I got your back. I don't know everything. Right? But I got a lot of fucking confidence that this shit works because it's working. That means I got confidence in you. I have confidence in me. Emotional exchange rate is real. I can exchange confidence at a high level because I have a high level of confidence inside of my fucking soul, which means I have way more confidence in you than you do. I'll tell you that. I have so much more confidence in you than you do that I just want to transfer some of that to you, especially in these beginning phases when the compression is so tight and you feel like you want to fucking break and you want to give up. I want to be there to inspire. I want to let you know you can fucking keep going. You got this shit. It just hasn't happened yet. Most motherfuckers quit before the shit takes. Don't be one of those people. Be in the game enough to make it work.